Hi everyone. Hello. Trying to gauge how high my microphone is or how loud it is. But hi everyone. Welcome to stream today. I hope that the volume is doing well. I hope nothing's too loud. If you can tell by the title, today we're going to be drawing. Recently, and when I mean recently, I mean yesterday. Um, if you have not been able to look at my alt Twitter, because I have an alternative Twitter, if you ever want to see me post regularly about random stuff, you could probably follow me there. But recently, on my alternate Twitter, I talked about watching. Hello, Tatsukoga. um, I recently watched the Dramatica for a play that ran yesterday. One, very fascinating. It's very cool. Two, I will not be spoiling anything. That is the one thing. I'm not gonna spoil anything because I'm a nice person. I'm joking. But I will be I will be doodling like one thing from that just to get it out of my system, and then we will draw an actual shumika content. Um if anything, I will redraw maybe one of the promotional images for the play. But I think I'm gonna go rogue today. Just want to draw Shumika doing Shumika things, aka being awesome and hot, which are two things I describe them as. So like pretty close. But I've been wanting to draw more full drawings, I call, or like rendered drawings, if you know the definition of rendered. Um, Mostly because I really haven't been able to get on that rendered grind, and so what ends up happening is that all of my drawings that I make become doodles. And the problem with only making doodles is that it's not really helping me as an artiste. You get what I mean? Get what I'm cooking? So I want to cook something different. So that's what today's stream is. We're gonna sit and we're gonna try and draw something that actually is like a big drawing, render drawing, complicated drawing. So hopefully things go well. We're gonna transition. Hello, drawing screen. I'm actually not sure what my composition is gonna be. I just want both Shumika in it, and I want them to be awesome together. Maybe I can do a shoe sitting down in a chair thing. I have to change my brush. There it is. If you notice, I learned how to texture my canvas so it looks like a texture. You see that nice texture? That's nice, isn't it? It's very subtle, but I like it, personally. Unless things aren't working. I forgot to pull up chat on my iPad screen, so let me do that like 1 second. But then I'll be able to, then we can continue. Okay, I can read chat. Perfect! Yay! Also, background music is, I'm gonna take it off loop. I do want to say, background music, it's gonna sometimes get creepy. I can't control that, because this is the whole Heartbound OST. Heartbound is a game made by Pirate Software. It is a game that I've never played before, but I believe it to be good. So, you can play it or don't. I don't know. But soundtrack courtesy of Heartbound. So hooray. So huzzah. So that's context for the background music. The music should change by the next track. So if it gets like weird and glitchy and creepy, please tell me, or at least don't be scared, cuz that's just how it is. That's just how it's going to be. But I need to think, cuz I made this drawing a while ago. And this isn't to me a rendered drawing. It's just a doodle. So just going to try and like sketch things. Maybe like a chair thing. I love chairs. I say I love chairs, but I actually don't think I've ever drawn like a sofa chair in my life. Maybe a sofa chair? And then Shu would be in the sofa chair, and Mika would be standing. Drawing this man too big for the chair. Oh, fun country music. That's nice. You see the vision? Thank goodness. We love vision seeking. Vision looking with the eyes. With the eyes and the hearts. Trying to make this work. Because to be honest, I don't know chair to body ratio. The body is just like a tube with like weird things jutting out. So that's the rib cage. Just imagine that as the rib cage. I still need to like do muscle anatomy studies and stuff to learn. That's like the pelvis. That's its bones. Maybe? I don't like this. That's my favorite thing to do with drawings. Just put it aside. It's not like you'll see it again or anything. I didn't really have a plan going into this. I just wanted to draw Shumika doing something, which is pretty common. I think of like, I want to do a full drawing, but I don't know yet. Fully draw of what? I don't know. Still think something sitting standing is a good idea. Maybe like a ledge kind of thing. Like conspicuous, just like invisible ledge. And then so like Shu, I want Shu to be sitting because he's an old man. He's an old man to me. So he needs to be sitting to rest his weary bones. Ribcage, shoulder blades. spine, pelvis. Maybe the ribcage is too small. Expand ribcage. Ribcage has to be big to hold in all of your organs. But not too big. Grandpa's shoe is so real. He's so old and rickety to me. I know like his like thing is like, I think he has like a new thing in his bio where it says he likes to work out or something. Or that he has been working out. And I understand that. But also, he's an old rickety man and he needs canes. He requires a cane to walk around. I think the cane is for style. But I still think he requires it walking around. The problem with the sitting pose is I have to learn to draw someone sitting. Which I'm probably going to have to find references for, or just do out of my brain, which is not the best. Don't do what I do when drawing, which is do it from your brain. Truly cannot imagine Shu working out. It is a mystery how that man does anything. He doesn't work out. There's Shuitsuki we're talking about. Like, sometimes I can imagine him doing like a push-up, like a one-handed push-up. And then sometimes I can't imagine him doing anything other than sitting and sewing and having horrific back pains. So he's sitting. So imagine that as a sitting position and nothing else because I can't draw legs. And then I want Mika in like a kneeling position, kind of taller, and he's like leaning on him, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Let's get him closer. That's better. Maybe? And his hands are on his shoulders. So we're just gonna draw little balls for the hands. Maybe a little bit longer. Because the legs are actually a very long part of the human body. For some reason. Why are they so long? I don't know, man. Maybe I drew him a little too thick. I'm just trying to imagine the meat on top of the bone. Well, I'm really bad at that. Maybe something like that? I don't know. The man just drinks tea and sits around. My headcanon. The true headcanon. Just trying to sketch out like interactive things. Because I don't draw a lot of interactive drawings. I just draw like standalones. Maybe something with Sadshu in the blanket. I think blanket shoe is an era. Blanket shoe. Shoe and blanket. Oh, maybe like Shoe's just kind of sitting there and then Mika's like leaning on him in like a very uncomfortable position. Like on his chest. Maybe? I love this brush. It's called Real Pencil on Clip Studio Paint. Also, if you're wondering what software I use Clip Studio Paint to draw. He eeping. Oh, then Shoe's hands could be holding his shoulders. I'm gonna have to like anatomy this better. Cause like damn bitch. Everything's hidden behind. Sorry. I did a little sneeze. Didn't mean to. Full of sneezies wheezies. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for the bless you. Much love. Maybe? Dude, anatomy's so hard. I need to like end my shelf. Maybe he's holding his hands. Cause that's romantic. Need his forearms longer. That's better. This is better. Okay, I have two possibilities. Maybe the third one I make out of my brain will help. Maybe I could... No, not looking at reference images. Don't be like me. Look at reference images when you're drawing. But I'm not doing it because I want to try and make a pose out of my brain and then spend 30 minutes trying to search it on Google because no one knows what I'm talking about when I say man sitting in a specific position. They should just make it in 3D for me. There is a 3D feature in Clip Studio Paint. I might fuddle with that a little bit to get something to trace Because tracing is good. Everyone may say tracing is bad. Tracing's only bad if you trace someone and then claim it's your art. And post it. But Herng. This is how I feel right now. Me when I use my one brain cell I have swimming around my head at 30 miles per hour. Like I know what's happening, okay? My brain's an echo chamber. And I just yell at it constantly. Alright. Maybe I'm gonna doodle something to make me feel better. Feel better as in get my brain going. I'm gonna draw ham valk. Because I love when they're hamsters. Why are hamsters like a shape and the shape is round? Like who genetically built them that way? Like they must do something else, right? Look at them. Okay, I feel better. Maybe something cute. I'm gonna get a tool that Clip Studio Paint has, and it's somewhere here. Liquify. Just gonna pull this. Awesome. Some mica chewing. Maybe a little closer. I don't know how to make this. I had the thought in my brain, and I logically cannot make this in my brain, actually. Hamster shoes, silly. Hamster shoes always silly to me. Maybe I figured it out. This logically doesn't make sense, but art is never logistical. This is my truth. Just kind of chewing on him. I really like this third one. Something cute, easy for my brain. I've done some Mika chewing on Shu's cheek before. It's very old, like, doodle art. So it'd be nice to make a full version. Or rendered version. Keep saying full, as if that's not what I mean. Mika holding onto Shu's shoulder for support. And support, I mean chewing his face. I'm too eepy, I have to leave. Good luck for the rest. I hope the stream goes well. The shumika is our cue already though. Thank you to Tatsukoga. I hope you have a good eep. Have the best eep ever. I will make this as good as possible. Thank you for joining. I love you. Thank you for being here. Maybe more front-facing shoulder. I don't know anything about. I was a fool last night and I slept at what was it, 2? Bye bye Tatsukoga. Mwah. Maybe I should start saying in my streams have a good night. Because every time I stream it seems to be nighttime for every other time zone. This is cute. I like how I got like less of the body. I was like, I don't want to do a full body. And I don't want to do a half body. So what if we just do bust? Maybe I'll work on the full body one and the half body one later. But right now, I just want to work on something like this. Because that's all my brain can handle right now. And then when I start we start making like more rendered drawings, I'll start getting I'll do like anatomy stuff where I learn about or like self-study about the muscles and try and do something about that. But right now all my body can handle, all my brain can handle is cute. Cute widow doables. So we're gonna render this. We're gonna make this look actually good. That's the plan, baby. So I want to try. I'm gonna do this in a vector layer, cause did you know, Clip Studio Paint supports vector? Crazy, but it's true. So we're gonna do some vector stoof. I love vectors and not having to correct anything. But you can also do the shit like this. It's crazy. It's wild. Nope. I'm gonna lock that layer, actually. But yeah, you can like do that. It's crazy. But yeah, let's do. I don't know if I still want to keep using this brush. I could probably move to another brush I have. I'm gonna really start like using the brushes that I have instead of hiding them. This brush is good. I like this brush. Maybe this is where I learn how to paint randomly on stream. So cute! I love vector lines because I can do stuff like I can draw a circle and then have a line in it, and I'm like, I only want that part of the line. I don't want the inside of the line. It's great. I only have to erase, like, I could erase to the edge here, and the whole line is gone. It's great. I love vector. I don't use it often though, because I keep forgetting. It's mostly because I forget. So what ends up happening is everything is raster. So if you don't know the difference between a raster layer and a vector layer, vector uses like math for all of their lines, and it's great for like logo design, because with vector you can resize it and the it won't get pixelated because it's not using pixels to count anything. But on the other hand, sometimes it's like really infuriating to work with, because in specific programs, in Clip Studio Paint, I found that it's not that annoying, which is great because I use Clip Studio Paint. But sometimes, like in specific in specific softwares, like you have to be very specific if your lines are closed or not, otherwise you won't be able to fill in the shape. There's so like Illustrator, I've noticed, very nitpicky with stuff like that, so I get annoyed by it. But for some reason Eclipse Studio Paint, I don't get very much annoyed by it that much. It's probably because I'm more comfortable with Eclipse Studio Paint. But yeah, vector layers, good for a lot of things. I just don't use it much because I keep forgetting, because the new layer thing is where my brain goes. My brain goes to that button. I'm like, that button is what it's used for. I got so tired suddenly that my brain stopped making commentary. My brain just stopped talking. Maybe it would be better if I just stayed quiet, but I'm not sure how entertaining that would be. I'm gonna make a new layer for the eyes. That's better. Okay, cool. He's so pissed. I will say that for tomorrow's stream, tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming something for something with another mutual. You've seen them on the channel before. Sorry, I'm doing a stretch. Dude, my shoulder just popped. Ow. I will be streaming with another friend. They go by DT Text. I will be streaming with them, and they will be doing gacha pulls in which I will be able to stream with them, and it's gonna be awesome. Hopefully. That's the hope, at least. Gonna add a new vector layer for MIPA. He's taken a big nibble. I could make this gory, but I don't want to. Not on Twitch, at least. Maybe I'll gorify it off Twitch, but right now it would be cute chewing. This is cute. I'm happy with it. erase that because I don't like how that line looked. What happens if I flip it? Can I do this? Oh my god, I can. What is this line? Yeah, that's what I want. I was dragging a random line that I drew, I think. Trying to see if I like this. It is good enough, in my opinion. Hi Ikari, welcome to chat. Thank you for joining stream. You found out how Discord works? If you ever need help on how Discord works, you can always ask. I'm always willing to help. Smile. I love you. Thank you for trying to learn how to use Discord when you really don't have to. It's just for fun. I'll always post on Instagram and stuff when I'm streaming anyway. And you can always DM me on Instagram and stuff, so it's okay. I like this. Can I merge? I can. Alright. I'm gonna just get rid of those. what's up? Thank you for joining, MASH. Didn't MASH. Sorry if I'm not very active. I'm still very eepy from waking up at 7, falling back asleep, and then waking up again. So, I'm just a little eepy today. But it's fine. It's okay. I'll change the line art probably later. I am going to use the tools that I have in my possession. I did my best. Because this is too big. I did not mean to make this red this intense. That's better. I'm just trying to fill it in. Don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna just use this. And then this part makes sense because I didn't draw a bottom part. This is just a bust, but I want to make it look good. Straight line. Cool. Running in and out, just want to at least show my face or username. Thank you for being here. I hope that you have the best of luck of whatever you're doing. Much love. Good. Okay, that's good. I just need to erase the unnecessarily colored parts. What if I... Okay, that makes it easier to see. Okay, just erasing this. Okay, cool. Things are going well. Huzzah! And now we can make it back to normal. Now we can start coloring in. So, do skin first. Nope, that's the erase tool. I actually need to pull up the references I have for them. So give me a moment. I have like actual colored things. They're like little chibis that I made for myself, at least. Where are they? Did I actually... I think I deleted them. Oh no. It's okay. I have shoe blep and Mika blep. Alright, I have these bleps to work on. By the way, you can get these bleps as stickers on my Redbubble, because I have that. If you wanted to know. I do have a Redbubble. So, Redbubble, it's under the same username, KitoBito. I have stickers that you can get. You're in a ghost town? Please don't be eaten by a ghost. But also if you do, you should tell us so then we could be like, that's awesome. 'Cause it is awesome. Some parts I missed. Huzzah! I'm just color picking from these because if I've already colored them before, why have to color it again? Or find the color, I mean. I cannot use this to color pick because the texture makes it so that it has too many different like colors to pick from. So I need the solid color from the Mika blep to be able to color pick the same color without changing it in any way. So that's why I keep going back to Mika blep even though the color is already down. I, to be honest, don't even know what a ghost town is. Like, what does ghost town actually mean? Is it like a town that's full of ghosts or something way different? Because it could be something way different. I wouldn't even know. People could lie to me in chat and I'd believe them because I am gullible. You tell me something, say it's real, I'll just believe you. It's a city that's abandoned, all the buildings are destroyed. Ooh. That kind of sounds awesome. I'll fix the imperfections later. Eco blub. Awesome. And then I can go to shoe blep. Color and shoes, pretty hair. I just love this pink. It's so nice. Shoes hair is so nice. Hi, Cadex. Maybe there are real ghosts. That'd be awesome. Please don't get eaten by them. Hi, Cadex. Welcome to chat. Much love. All Night says that all the buildings were destroyed because of a flood, but I met the only citizen who's rebuilding the house, and he said in the reality, the municipality there has chased them away and destroyed their homes. Whoa. Ghost Town lore? Dude, that's awesome. Like not awesome, cause like that's a shitty way to like have a ghost town happen, but awesome because like it has lore. House lore, building lore, town lore. That's what it is. I think of every word in the dictionary. I just came by to say hi because my phone's low on battery. Hope you're doing great. Love you. CatX, go charge your phone. I love you too. Thank you for being here. Go charge your phone before you like explode or whatnot. You need to live. Pink hair. Pink brows. I need to do his shirt. Oh, I forgot to line art his shirt. I was like, I'm forgetting something. Line art, silly. Alright, it's okay. I can do it. Just gotta add the tie or the bow, because I always make it a bow. Okay, I've done it. It's like nothing happened. I have to figure out what colored shoe wears for my brain. I think it's like a cream. Nope. Not that brush. I need this brush. Is it more orange? I think so. Or cream colored. That looks closer. Also, I had a question about the Discord server. Can everyone share their pet pictures? And like also in the other server, because I've been reading stuff but never wrote. I don't know. I don't want to sound like a creep. You can send pictures. You can send pet pictures and hashtag pet pictures. We have like specific channels and stuff. Depending on what device you're using, you either look at the left side of your screen, and there'll be like chat names. And so you can click on those chat names, and it'll move you to that chat, and then you can type in the chat. And the chat will tell you, and they're pretty self-explanatory because of their names. And yeah, you can send your pet pictures in any of the chat, and it's okay. So you could also just lurk. Lurking is kind of just like sitting, like reading stuff anyway. So you'll be fine if you lurk. I don't really care much. if you're enjoying yourself, that's what matters to me. Because I love you, and I want you to be comfortable. I mostly want to use the Discord as like a notification in case I do forget to send anything on Instagram and stuff. Because recently I forgot. Lol. I was supposed to do a stream on this Wednesday, but I forgot because I didn't set up my alarm to remind me. But next Wednesday, I promise I will stream at 6, like I said I would, many days prior. I'm trying to remember what Mika's sweater looks like. I think I'm forgetting. Trying to remember. Let me Google it, because I forgot. Okay, thank you. I'll send my cat pictures later. Be ready. I love kitties. Oh my god. I didn't even know you had a cat. This is life-changing. Dude, I'm so excited for the kitty pictures. Kitty pictures are peak. Peak. I think they're closer to here. Yeah. Trying to remember. Cool. Because Mika's new casual is like very complicated in like where the patterns are. But if I just remember with my brain, then it stops being complicated. Wow, I love Fill Bucket Tool. I will be remembering to post this on Instagram and Twitter, by the way. I hope that Yami, I hope that Yami is safe at home, because she deserves love and care and freedom. But also safety, because she is little. I do remember something about shoes, a casual outfit that I always miss because I forget. Yeah, his collar has red and black on it, but I keep forgetting because you could just have the bow tie instead. But whatever. Let me add that. It's like a streak. It's like a line. Do I have any pets? No, unfortunately I don't. It'd be cool if I had a cat, but the problem is that like I don't make money. I'm very poor. And I don't have a job. Not anymore, cuz school is starting. I want to still be able to stream and do school. So I don't have a job, Oh, if I have an alien cat? I don't actually. Pets aren't allowed during interspace travel, so I wasn't able to bring a pet. I didn't have a pet at home either. Cause pets at home, they're like really hard to take care of. Cause they require so much. You draw me an alien cat? Thank you. I'll make it part of my alien lore. Cat designed by Hikari. And then there was a black streak. I think it's black. It is black. Wow, I've been sneezing a lot today. Sneezed earlier this stream. Sneeze now. So much sneezing. Let me get Mika Blep. I think that's the last I need from Mika Blep. Yeah, because I have his eyes, his hair, and his skin. And that's mostly it. And then for Shu, I need to have his eyes. It's gonna color in the line art. Because this is what his eyelashes are. But I need to draw his actual eye color, which is closer to like a purple. That looks better. I have to draw the white of his eyes. I forgot. I think I'm forgetting something. There we go. Eyeballs. I need to do his eef. And also the inside of his mouth. Probably like a dark red. And then I'm gonna make this a multiply layer. And then I'm gonna change the color. So we're gonna save before anything crashes. Maybe I caught a cold? I don't think I did. I guess I have been sitting in front of the AC, but I will beat the cold, I promise. CatX says she's in a ghost city with no Wi-Fi. She might become a ghost herself. Oh no! CatX, if you become a ghost, would you haunt me? Because that would be awesome. think I want the... Oh, not that one. This one. Also, I don't need shumika anymore, so we're just gonna get rid of that. Haunting an alien. Yeah, that would be awesome. Then you would have like ghost, you'd be able to ghost brag. Ghost brag about ghost haunting an alien. I need a dark green. There you go. Hairline art recolored. I have to recolor this part. Not that. This. And this. The recolor. I think this part. Yeah. I will have to do his eyes, which I think gonna be pretty easy. No. Okay, that's better. Maybe a bit more? That's better. And then blue for the blue one. Huzzah! I think I'm gonna change this for more. Yeah. His clothing, I'm gonna have this. No, more desaturated. Yeah. That feels better. Very slight changes, but changes nonetheless. Okay, cool. And then finally the cream shirt. I like this. I like that color a lot. I will have to change the collar. Like where it's a different color, like the red. I am gonna change that right now. Whole part of Shuitsuki's shirt is gonna be this. Very nice orange. Cool. Need to go eat dinner. Thank you so much for the stream. I love you so much. Take care and wait for cat pics. Haha. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good dinner. Much love. And I will await cat pics patiently. So patient. This is nice. Alright. I am going to... Don't worry about it. I want to try... And then I want half of it to be green. No. Let me do the shadows first. I'm gonna do cell shading for this. We're gonna have this harsh green for now, and then I'll change it. But right now, this is what we have. I think after this drawing, I'm gonna end stream, and then I'm gonna take like the rest of the day to do anatomy study. Cause whew, is this rough. And also like interactive character studies. Cause I don't draw characters interacting with other characters enough to be able to do this drawing successfully. I keep accidentally slouching when my back shouldn't do that. Because if I slouch, then I will only make my body degrade faster. But also, I don't want to activate my back muscles. No thank you, no siree. There should be a thing that makes me engage my back muscles. Hi, Gag! And stop doing, you should get a command where we can shock you. That would suck. I would prefer not to get a shock collar. You just hear me in like just scream randomly because chat decided to throw money to shock me. That would be funny. You learn one way not to slouch. I'll just have my brain remind me. Bitches when they have to shade hair. BRB? Alright, take your time. Just not looking at chatting that much, because I am focused. No, I need something. Nope. Cute. Alright, let me see if I can do this hard layer, hard mix. I'm going to what happens if I have the pink? I don't know what I like more, the green hard light or the pink one. I'm gonna put this down. I think I like the pink one better. I think I'm gonna have a shape. What shape? Maybe a circle? Or a square? Oh, the music stopped. It's because I've been streaming for too long. Streaming for 2 hours! It's okay. Roses! I love the exclusion. That one looks really nice. Oh, I forgot. Because Mika's sleeve has this weird thing going on. So I need like a weirdly textured pen. Alright, and his sleeve has almost this like purple. Okay, cool. Glad I didn't. I only forgot last minute when I was doing silly effects. I think it's this, unless it's the other way around. I need to look at a reference image. Ah, I was wrong! It's the other way around! Blue! I love his casual. It's so weird, but like, that's just Mika coded. Just a Mika coded casual. I love it. I love it so much. So many people like hated it. I think it's awesome. And that they don't understand joy and whimsy. Alright, now it's done. I like this. I think this looks really good. In my opinion, at least. What happens if I put it all in a folder? It ruins everything. Okay, cool. I like this. Me? I like it. I don't know about anyone else, but I like it, at least. I'm gonna put it in a folder, and then I'm going to copy paste. I'm gonna put this layer right here, so it doesn't ruin everything. I like this. I think this looks okay. We're gonna crop this Let me I think this looks okay. And okay is better than bad. In my opinion, at least. The subtle pink with the hard light is good. I like this! Let me see if I can add a little bit more to the shading. I keep saying I like it and then wanting to change tiny bits of it. But that is how I am. Multiply. Actually, I'm just gonna copy paste, hide one. And then try and remember the colors. Actually, I'm gonna put this in a different layer. I'm gonna normal, that. Okay, now I have the colors. So I can change them. In here. Haha. And I want to try, I have a flip note brush. Try dithering, or whatever it means. Alright, now let me see if I can shrink this. Then this is kind of nice. I think I didn't do enough. I'm just gonna erase most of the shading I did and then try it with the flip note brush. Ooh, that makes a cool effect. I like that. So now we just have to keep at it. I'm only gonna do it to the skin. because I don't think I can mentally prepare myself, because this is just like from my thing I want to try. I like that. Now I need to get this green. Good enough. And then I will do it again. Cute! Very subtle, but I like it. And then I'm gonna blur this. I like this. I think I'm happy with how it looks to me personally. So I think that is where I'm gonna end stream. 2 hours of drawing, and I think this looks pretty good. But it's not a full rendered piece of a full body, and that's what I need to get to. That's my goal, I guess you could say. So with that in mind, tomorrow I will be streaming, or try my best to. I will be streaming with more ensemble stars, but this time with a friend, and we're gonna emotionally support them, because something important's gonna happen for them, and hopefully things will go well. I want to say that I love you all. I hope that all of you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good day!